Hey everyone, I'm Jeffrey Way with ThemeForce.net, and welcome back to Diving into PHP Day 13. Before we begin, please take a moment to subscribe to our RSS feed. It'll keep you up to date, and it really helps us, and it allows us to continue creating all of these videos for you. So if you don't mind, just subscribe to that RSS feed for us. Okay. Today I received, in one of the comments, I believe on day 12, I believe his name was Scott, he asked if we were going to discuss how to upload files. So I decided, sure, we'll go ahead and take care of that before getting back into MySQL. So let's look at what we have here. We have a system to allow users to upload images, and it's going to be saved in this uploads folder that I created. So let's try uploading something. Let's choose a generic image, upload file, and it's been saved, and we can just view our image. Okay, looks good. Let's try to open something different. Something that's not an image. How about just one of my invoices? Upload file. Not right, buddy. We can see it was not saved. So we're using regular expressions to make sure that the user selects the appropriate file, because obviously when giving them access to your server, you need to be very, very cautious about what you allow them to upload. Okay, you obviously don't want them uploading exe files or something similar. So with that said, let's go ahead and build this. I'm going to go to my uploads folder. It's empty. And here is the sample that I just showed you. As always, we're going to do this from scratch. So we're going to save this new one as index2.php. Okay. Let's add our upload form. What? One more time. There it goes. So here's a few things that you need to make sure that you add. When creating an upload form, you need to make sure that you set enc type equals multipart/form-data. Okay, that's imperative. It's not going to work if you don't do that. We've set the action to nothing because we're going to be doing this on our own page, and the method has been set to post. All right. Next, we have a hidden input type, and the name is max file size, and this is a way where we can designate the max size that the file being uploaded can be. Now, this is not 100% secure because certain browsers read this differently, so we need to rely on something more than just this hidden input. But here I've set, make sure that it's max file size, all uppercase, and the value is set to 200,000 bytes, which amounts to 200 kilobytes. Next, we have label and our input type. The type is file, and that's what creates this little upload form. Okay, and it allows us to click browse and all that. We come back. I've set a name to it, and then finally we have our standard submit button. So if we come back, let's take a look at what that gives us. Index2.php, and as you would expect, this is what we have. All right, so let's get into writing our PHP. So first we need to make sure that the user clicked on the submit button, so we'll do if is set post submit, then run the code within. Now, many of you probably don't know that even as it is right now, if we were to choose a file and click upload, it is going to be saved to a temporary folder. Now, if we don't do anything, it's going to be deleted, but there are ways to access all of that information. So let's do this. Let's do echo pre-tag. We're going to print out an array, and if you ever want some nicer formatting for your arrays when you print it out, you can wrap it within pre-tags. So we'll do print r, and we're going to use a new super global array called files, and close out our pre-tag. Okay, so let's come back to Firefox, reload the page. Oop, parse error on line 3. Yep, you guys have seen me do that so many times. All right, come back one more time. Great start, huh? Yeah, how'd that happen? Get rid of that question mark. All right, had a lot of caffeine today. So choose a file to upload. Let's click browse, and let's just pick another one of those generic photos. Click upload, and here's what we get. So we get a name of Autumn Leaves, but why is there no type? No temporary directory, no size, and it's because, look, error, if there's no problems, error is going to be zero errors, but we have 2. And you can Google error codes, but I just happen to know 2 means the file size is too large. So if we come down, you see here we've set a value of 200K, which is large, but probably not large enough for those desktop images. So I'm going to raise that to 300K. Let's reload the page and try to upload, just to double check the image has not been saved because we haven't done any coding. But this time let's upload it again. And now, yeah, it was 276K. But now we have all of the information. We can access all of this. So let's take a look. It stores our file name. Pretty nice. We have the file type, which is image/JPEG. Now, each browser kind of renders these a little bit differently, so you have to be cautious. Just because something might be image/PNG in Firefox doesn't mean it's going to be that in Safari or Chrome. So be cautious about that. Temp name. This is the temporary directory where that file is being stored. Now, if we don't use it, it'll be deleted, but we can access that file, so it has actually been uploaded. 0 errors and the size in bytes. So what we really want to do is we want to grab the file from this temporary directory and move it to our uploads folder. Get rid of this. Actually, I'm going to hold on to that. So first, we're going to continue to expand upon this, so don't worry if it looks too simplistic or not secure enough, because we will get harder and harder. So we can use a PHP function called move_uploaded file. Now we need to tell it where are we moving it from and where are we moving it to. So let's create a couple variables. The first one is going to be target, and I'm going to save it to our uploads folder. And let's do another one just to keep things organized, and I'm going to get file name, and this is going to be files file name. Remember, if we want to access any of these properties, we do file name, like so. File name. File is referring to the name of the input field, file. All right. So if we change this to file upload, we'd want to change that one to file upload. So now file name is going to store, in this case, autumnleaves.jpg. All right. Is there anything else I want to get? Yes, I want to get the temporary name as well. So let's come back, and we don't have to do this, but I'm doing it just to stay organized. So temp directory equals files, and tmp name. All right, so come on down here, and we're going to move it, the file from temporary directory, and we're going to move it to our target. But we can't just move it. Remember, if we look at temporary name, we have a specific file name. But when we move that specific file to upload slash, it needs to know upload slash what? Well, it needs to be upload slash and the file name. So we can do target file name, like so. Now let's try that. Now we haven't written anything to let us know if it was successful or not, but we can always just go and check the uploads folder. So I'm going to click on Autumn Leaves, upload file, come on down, and sure enough, it's showing. Pretty cool already. Now many of you might be thinking, oh good, I can turn off because I know how to do this. No, you need to be more secure. What if the user selected an exe file or something like that? That's still going to be uploaded. So we need to, in this case, I only want images to be allowed. So I need to use some regular expressions, which we discussed days ago, to ensure that a JPEG or a GIF or a PNG was uploaded. And I'm also going to introduce a new kind of error handling called try-catch statements. Now, many other programming languages have been using this for a while, but it's new to PHP 5. So basically, it's pretty much as you would think. You're going to try to run a block of code, and if there is a problem, we are going to catch that error, exit out of the script, and then display the error. So why don't we try this? Let's go ahead and get rid of this pre-tag because we don't need it anymore. I'm going to do try, and then another one is going to be catch, and this is going to be exception. Don't worry about this. I'm going to go over each thing with you. Okay, so first try. I'm going to move uploaded file up to into our try statement. But I'm also going to add a regular expression. So we can say if not preg match, and I'm going to listen for, well, first let's go ahead and check this out. Let me go ahead and fill this out and then I'll explain it to you. I want GIF or JPEG or ping. One or more of those, So if you did not find one of those, we need to throw an error. Just throw new error, new exception, and we'll just type not quite buddy. Clean this up just a little bit. Hate how it indents that. All right, so we're going to try it, and we're saying preg match, and we are listening for GIF or JPEG or ping. The $sign designates that those characters need to appear at the end of the string that was passed in this case, file name. Now, the reason I added the $sign is because what if the user uploaded a file name named jpegfile.txt? Well, it would still accept it if we did not have this $sign on, because it still found JPEG, so it assumes it's okay. But I need to make sure it says no, JPEG needs to occur, or ping, or GIF, at the very end of the string. And that's what the $sign. The other thing worth noting here is the question mark after the E. As you guys know, you can name a file JPG or JPEG. So here the question mark says there can be 0 or 1 occurrences of the preceding character. So this will accept JPEG and JPG. And then finally, I means it can be uppercase or lowercase. Okay, so it's not searching for anything specific. And we're comparing this against the name of the file. Now it's saying if you did not find one of these characters at the end of the string, we know, okay, well, it's not an image, so we need to throw an exception because we're not allowing anything but images. So we throw an exception, not quite buddy, and then at the bottom we are catching that exception and we're storing it into a variable called E, and then we just echo E get message, and that's going to echo out whatever was passed in here. So let's see if I made a mistake. Come back, and I'm going to try, yep, line 20, and shouldn't be anything too big. Oh, how'd that happen? That's weird. Okay, parse error expecting a T variable or $sign on line 20. And this is so weird. I must have hit some keys. Look, it got rid of my E. Maybe I just forgot that. Yep, had a lot of caffeine today. All right, come back. Once again, choose a file. Let's choose something deliberately that's not an image. So just click on a PDF file. And it says not quite buddy. So good, we can see it was not saved. So now we already are much more secure. Let's continue on. After we throw this exception, I want to make sure that we exit out of this script. So click exit, type exit. But if it did end with GIF, JPEG, or ping, then move on to move uploaded file. So right now, even if the image is uploaded successfully, and let's just double check to make sure that it is working. Yeah, it is. We need to echo something out to give the user some feedback that it has been uploaded. So let's do that at the very bottom. And we need to create some kind of trigger that we can latch onto. So maybe create a variable called status equals true. And we can come down right before our closing container div, and we can type PHP if is set status, then echo. And this can be anything we want. We can say, congratulations, view your image, and we'll wrap that with an anchor tags. All right, and href is going to be the path to the file. So it's going to be target and file name. So upload / the name of the file. So let's just keep things organized and create a new path, which is target and file name. Is that right? Target, file name. Yep. And then we can just, href is going to be path. And we can do that because we're using double quotes. If we converted this to single quotes, we couldn't embed the variable like we're doing. Considering that, I don't want to change this outer to single, but because we don't want to do that, we have double and then another double. So let's make sure we escape those. Okay, so if this status has been created, and it will only be created once we move the uploaded file, we're going to echo that out, and it's going to contain an anchor tag that has a link to the image. So once again, check to see if we made mistakes. Let's get rid of autumn leaves. Upload that again, click upload file. Congratulations, view your image. And if you go to the very bottom, you should be able to see it right down there. All right, view your image, and it links to the image. All right, so even better. Now let's come back. Let's take a look at how we can make this better still. Just a little more cleanup. All right. This is some nice checking, but the user can still upload a file as long as it ends with that extension. So let's do a little bit more. Let's do check against that or, and we can designate or by doing 2 lines like so. And we're going to say files, file, and this one's type, or I'm sorry, size, and this gets the size of the file in bytes. And we want to make sure if it's greater than or equal to, greater than 300,000 bytes, then we know it's too large, and then throw another exception. So that helps. Come back and browse for, we need to refresh the page first. Let's browse for a file. Let's look for something large, over 300K. And there may not be, oh, tree, that's huge. Let's try to upload that. And it is getting, no, it didn't upload. So I'm thinking there's probably an issue with that specific file. Let's try this. Let's do our echo again. Echo free. Okay, let's try that again. Resend, browse, tree, upload file. Error 2. Okay, of course, it is giving us an error, and that's because the file is already too large, and it's being checked right here with max file size. So this is doing its job, but it won't do its job in every browser. All right? So it's not even getting to this part yet because of the value. So actually this is working. So let's just to make sure, let's go and upload Creek, upload file, and it's working. Okay, because Creek is less than 300K. All right, so that's even better. We might want to do one more thing. If we come back, you know, we could do quite a bit more, but this will work. We want to make sure that the type is image/JPEG or image/ping. Now, as I think I said earlier, every browser kind of renders it differently, and this can give you a few issues because what one browser may call image/ping, another one will call, you know, something else. So I'm just going to, just to keep it simple for this quick tutorial, I'm just going to make sure that the type contains image. All right, then we can rest assured it should be okay. So let's do another or. Right here, we just added right here. And once again, not preg match. And once again, we're checking against file name. And what should we do here? I want to make sure that it says images. And I think that's fine. No, but we're not checking against file name. We're checking against the file type, correct? So we come back. We're checking against type right here. So let's get rid of that and change that to files, file, type. Like so. So now we have 3 kinds of error checking. So let's go back and load the page again, browse, try to upload something that's not a file, that's not an image, and not quite buddy. We can go ahead and get rid of our pre-tags. We don't need those any longer. And upload another image, pictures, Upload file, not quite buddy. So let's see, why is it not allowing us to open that desert file? Desert landscape is 223K. So let's come on back and see where the typo was. It's going to be, we threw an error right here, so we know that our problem is in these 3 lines. And that's another advantage to using try-catch statements. It's easier to debug. So let's go over this. We chose an image. So this says if the file name does not end in one of these, throw an error. Well, we know it does. So that's not the problem. So it's or. Let's go to the next line. If preg match, and we're checking the file type, and we're checking to see if it contains images. Okay, yeah, there's the problem. It's not going to be images/JPEG or images/ping, it's image. So I added an S there. And if we want, we could even be more secure, wrap this in parentheses and use caret, and that designates this should be at the very beginning of the string, something like that. So let's try that again, see if that was the mistake. Browse, desert landscape, choose that file again. Yeah, and there it goes. There's the file size of the image. Get rid of that. And come on back, view your image, and now our desert landscape is loading as we would hope. And I think that's going to be good for today. If you guys want, maybe I'll go a little bit more into try-catch statements. File upload tutorial. But if you guys want to quickly go over it again, if not, go ahead. Thanks for watching. If you just need a quick refresher, exactly what we're doing. We've set the target to upload / and we've created a few variables to save us time. Then we've tried to move the uploaded file, but first we make sure that the file contains a JPEG and the file type has image within it for image/JPEG, and that the file is not greater than 300,000 bytes. If any of those are true because of the exclamation point, that means there was a problem, so we throw an exception and we exit out of the script. If there is an exception occurred, we catch the exception and echo that out. Now, if there was not a problem here, we continue, we move the uploaded file, and we set status equals true, and then we come down and we say if that status variable does exist, then echo out congratulations, viewed your image, and we add an anchor tag that points directly to where the file was saved. And you see there, same thing right here, because that's where it was saved. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm not sure how many more of these I'm going to do. I typically stick around to 15 days. That's what I've done in the past. We might go a little bit further, we may not, or I might create a new intermediate series. 'Cause I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.